Welcome, race fans, to This Week in Racing for August the 9th. And now for the latest. NASCAR says it will not punish retaliatory acts. This after Sunday's Cup Series race at Watkins Glen. Those who watched the race on Sunday know what happened. Kyle Busch. First, it was with William Byron. Started with William Byron spinning Kyle Busch on the first lap. After Busch got William Byron's car, got back at William Byron, Byron retaliated with orders from Chad Niles, who and wound up spinning Kyle Busch's car. Fortunately, Byron's car got to the most damage after getting into the back of the 18 car. Then the shenanigans between Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace, and Bubba finally lets Busch have it and sent him spinning in front of a roaring crowd. Now, unfortunately, Byron's car was not good after his incident. Byron finished 21st on Sunday. Bubba Wallace finished 28th. And Busch came in 11th. Now, the next road course type race is the Roval at Charlotte on September 29th. There was also a little incident between Jimmie Johnson and Ryan Blaney. They exchanged some words after the race. The latest is that Jimmie Johnson is still waiting for an apology. Now, in other NASCAR news, Team Penske driver Brad Keselowski and Discount Tire have agreed to a multi-year sponsorship extension with the new contract. Discount Tire will be primary sponsor for five additional Cup Series races for a total of 15, including the 2020 Daytona 500, Brickyard 400, and the 2020 season finale in Phoenix. Also, this Sunday at Michigan, Martin Truex Jr. will have his 500th start. Penalty report. Starting with the Gander Outdoor Truck Series, Eldora Dirt Derby, 3 suspensions. The number 2 team driver, Sheldon Creed, the 2 team violated section 20.3.4.A of the NASCAR rulebook. This pertains to ballast containers. NASCAR suspended crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz, truck chief Austin Pollock, and engineer Jonathan Stewart for 3 races. The team will not appeal. Sheldon Creed finished second last Thursday at Eldora, currently sits in 8th place in the Truck Series driver standings, and needs a win this weekend at Michigan to get into the playoffs. In the Monster Energy Cup Series, the 96 team driver Parker Kligerman, 96 team had 1 unsecured lug nut. Crew chief Mark Hillman was fined $10,000. And in the Xfinity Series, a disqualification. Kaulig Racing's number 10 team driver AJ Allmendinger, runner-up last Saturday. The 10-car failed post-race inspection. They're calling it a technical violation. Allmendinger only races part-time in the Xfinity Series and only raced in 2 races this year, Watkins Glen, and the first one was at Daytona, where his car also got DQ'd. PJ1 at MIS, NASCAR confirmed on Monday that the PJ1 compound will be used at Michigan this weekend for this weekend's Truck Series and Cup Series race. The compound will be applied in all 4 turns. And a 1970 Plymouth Superbird. Yes, no sale. A 1970 Plymouth Superbird raced by Richard Petty went up for auction on Saturday at the Mecum Auto Auction in Harrisburg, PA. A bidding reached a record $5.3 million, falling short of the reserve price, which is undisclosed. If the sale would have gone through, the blue number 43 would have been the most expensive NASCAR race car sold at auction and would have ranked it among the top 5 American race cars. Owner and collector Todd Warner had the car authenticated and restored by Petty Enterprises. Petty, who was at the auction last Saturday, says anytime you got in that car, you knew you had a chance to win the race. Now, there were some other cars on Saturday at Harrisburg. Now, Todd Warner had several cars, including Richard Petty's 1971 Daytona 500 winner, a Plymouth Road Runner that sold for $412,500. That's a cool looking car, man. I love that Plymouth Road Runner, man. I love the old Dodges, man. I gotta say it. They made some nice big old muscle cars, man. Ooh, I would love to get my hands on one, that's for sure. All right, we got one more for you. NHRA funny car driver John Force got his 150th funny car win last Sunday at the Northwest Nationals in Kent, Washington, beating Ron Capps with a 3.971 versus Capps' 4.018. Force's last win, number 149, was last July in Denver in his 700th funny car race. Now, in Force's journey to 150, Force defeated 41 different final round contestants, notably beating Cruz Pedregon 16 times, Tony Pedregon 13 times, and Ron Capps 11 times. Force beat Capps, as mentioned, with a 3.971 elapsed time at a speed of 320.58 miles per hour. That is sick fast right there. I mean, 320 miles an hour, man, that's faster than a Formula 1 car. All right, that's going to do it for today. Race fans, thank you for tuning in. This is Manny Allegretta for the Motorsports Radio USA podcast, motorsportsradio.net, the home of motorsports talk.